The popular story that the British government invited or needed the Windrush passengers to rebuild Britain is largely a myth. The Empire Windrush in 1948 wasn't an official recruitment ship. The government actually opposed the civilian migration. They tried to discourage it and were caught off guard when hundreds of West Indians bought cheap tickets after the shipping company ran newspaper ads for bargain fares. The passengers mostly came for better opportunities because of high unemployment back home, not because Britain was begging for their labor on that specific voyage. Organized recruitment from the Caribbean for things like London Transport and the NHS came years later, in the mid 1950s. The cheaper seats part you mentioned is accurate. That was the real driver for that first big wave. The whole "we invited them to save Britain" narrative got built up later.
Why do they? But it's a lie. Why do they push it? It's just a lie. Why do they push such nonsense?
It's pushed because it's politically useful. The "we invited them to rebuild Britain" story makes post war immigration sound like a noble, mutually beneficial deal. Britain needed them, they graciously came and saved the country. That narrative justifies everything that followed and makes any criticism of mass migration sound ungrateful. In reality, the 1948 arrivals were mostly economic migrants who saw cheap boat tickets and took them. The government at the time was surprised and annoyed, not rolling out the red carpet. The romantic founding myth got built up decades later, especially in the 80s and 90s, to reframe uncontrolled migration as some kind of heroic national project.